Hey everybody, I'm BJ, and this is Tangents by BHB. Alright, we're sitting up here in my shop, and those of you who are familiar with me, I have my main channel called Brickhouse Builds where I do motorcycle content, primarily focusing on vintage motorcycles. But my passions also lie with doing cars. So with that being said, I want to introduce to you guys a new project and the Tangents YouTube channel, which I hope you guys will follow along with. So back here, we've got some cool stuff. We have a 74 Di Tommaso Pantera. This is a original paint car. This thing's really cool, and we will be doing maintenance type stuff on here. We'll take it for drives, we'll take it to shows, that kind of thing. And then over here, we have my 1987 Porsche 924S in Alpine White, and this is going to be a long-term project car. So, in order to launch this channel, I want to also launch a new build, and let's talk about it now. All right, as I've said, this is a 1987 Porsche 924S. And this is one of the last versions of a 924 ever sold in the US. So being the S model, this is basically a 944 that's narrow body, so to speak. So it shares a lot of the 944 suspensions, such as the aluminum rear control arms. It has a improved transaxle over a earlier 924, and it has the 2.5 liter inline four that is a Porsche engine. So these cars are pretty unique. I don't really want to hop on here and do a Wikipedia kind of history breakdown, but it was a co-development with Volkswagen and Porsche, and it was originally intended to be a Volkswagen, had an Audi sourced engine, shares a lot of parts with Volkswagen, so it's just kind of a mixture of different automobile manufacturers, and it's just a really cool thing. But these things are made famous because they have really good weight distribution, they're inexpensive, and they're just damn fun. So I have been wanting to get my hands on one for about 3 years now, and I've actually been developing a build on paper for that amount of time, and I'm just so excited to get started on it. And I feel like I found the right car. I've been searching for a specifically white, this one's Alpine White, I've been searching for a white Porsche 944 or 24 for a couple years now, and I have been looking nationally, but this car just popped up locally for a pretty fair price. And after going to look at the car, I start seeing more and more new parts on it, such as the struts, rear shocks, the control arms seem like they're serviced. It has new brakes all the way around. Seems like it's had a tune-up on it. It's a running, driving car. It does need work. It's not perfect, but that's great. So I wanted to jump on this thing as soon as I could, and now we have it and we're ready to get started on a build. So in short, this one I want to be a visceral experience. I want it to have the look, the sound, and the feel of a real sports car. Now, in the sense of a true sports car, one of the main goals, in fact, the main goal, is the Colin Chapman approach: simplify and add lightness. Because of that, we're getting rid of the radio. We're going to keep AC because I'm still old. But we are going to backdate this thing, go to a manual steering rack, and then potentially down the road we'll go to manual brakes, which would be fine. We're going to get rid of the back seat. We don't need that. And then some of the things that we'll do back there will be, focused on weight. And then, if I could, I'll just pull weight out of this thing where I can. And that is going to be tracked because I have a set of scales for this car. So we're going to science the shit out of this thing and weigh it on every step of the way. And I'm going to share all that data with you guys. And it's going to be really cool to see where that weight distribution is, how many pounds we lose for every mod that we do. And it's going to be awesome. So I'm very excited to showcase that kind of stuff with you. And eventually, we're going to do some wide body work as well as an engine swap that you guys have not seen. There is no ETA with this thing. I love driving this car as it is. So the first mission, or the first set of goals for this car, is to make it good stock, enjoy it as it is, and then work in some weekend projects, make it nice, and just tinker with it here and there until we can kind of tear it apart and do an actual engine swap or something down the road. But yeah, I got to put some seat time in this thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the first projects that you guys are going to be seeing on the car will be like an inspection of it, We're going to be doing some work to the driveline. I have to put a clutch in this thing, diagnosing maybe a running issue with a potential vacuum leak. We're going to be converting it to manual steering pretty quick, and then getting to work on the interior almost right away. So there's plenty of work to do on this car, and I hope you guys are excited to see it, because I am definitely excited to do the work on it. But as excited as I am to actually have a project and stuff like that, I don't want to go tearing this thing apart right away. I want to bring it up to snuff and enjoy it stock. We'll make it really good stock, and then we'll make it great modified down the road. So there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done kind of right off the bat, and we're going to do it, and I'll showcase all of that with you guys. So I hope you stick around, and I hope this project is interesting for you guys. Now, beyond the Porsche and the Pantera, there are actually also a couple other cars. There's also a 1959 Cadillac lowrider that I don't know what we're going to do with just yet. I know I need to put a set of wheels on it, but it's going to also need some work just because it's been sitting for so long. Same thing as a Pantera. The next thing we'll show on that thing is probably going to be a carburetor rebuild and then doing some electrical diagnosis. So just be prepared for all that stuff. And then beyond that, I am awaiting my truck to arrive. It is a new 2024 Ford Maverick, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with that one. It's not going to be like a build, but it will replace my current daily driver, and it will be a very fun vehicle to have. So look for content on that as well. I'm telling you guys, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff here. And then beyond car content, you know, we might build an occasional tall bicycle like that one over there. We might be doing some more shop updates. I don't know. Anything we do that is a tangent off of Brickhouse Builds can be showcased here. So I want this to be a home for anything I want to post. So please expect variety, expect randomness, but also expect car content. But I hope you guys are excited to see content on all these things, because I'm excited to make it. You're not going to have any clickbait here. You're going to have some fun projects. So come hang out with me in the shop, and I hope to earn your subscription. So anyway, I'm going to end this one off here, and I guess I need to come up with a new outro from the norm. So let's go on a tangent. Let's go on a tangent. Tangent time. Squirrel. I don't know how to do an outro for this. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time on Tangents. That didn't sound bad. We'll see how that sounds. Leave a comment below on maybe what an outro could be. Oh, gosh, it's a vicious animal. Vicious animal.